Shannon, you surprised at Gruden's reaction?
No, I think the thing is, Skip, is that there's two things going on here. Jon Gruden realized you only get so many opportunities to do this because, like you said, we're starting to see less and less guys play in the preseason, and they're using these joint practices as some of their preseason games. So you only get so many opportunities to look at maybe some of the young guys because your starters are not going to be playing. And second of all, Skip, and I think maybe this might be first, is that Jon Gruden signed a 10-year deal for $100 million. Jon Gruden hadn't sniffed the playoffs. So that's $10 million a year, and he's not close. Jon Gruden is starting to feel the pressure. Like, hold on, bro. When am I going to get a return? I invest my money. You tell me I'm going to get 5%, and that's going to start, in 2 years. Okay, well, I look at 2 years, I don't see no 5%. I see 1%. I'm like, well, what's going on? You told me I was going to get some dividends, and I ain't getting nothing. See, Skip, all that sounds good. When he's up there at the EFN, he talking Spider Y2 banana, X2 Ringo, all that stuff sound good. Oh, man, look at Jon. Man, Jon get back on the sideline, he's going to be dialing them plays up. No. This happens all the time, Skip, especially in scrimmages like this, inter squad. Guys get to talking. It's hot. Been playing 14 years, Skip, and coming in, look. How we gonna do this, guys? We playing snap the whistle. We playing snap the after the whistle. How we doing it? Now, we played Carolina Panthers in '96 who had scrimmage. Kevin Green say, "Hey, Lil Sharpe, we brother-in-law today. We brother-in-law. Powell coming. I move you out the way. Let's make it look good for the camera because the eye in the sky looking.
Yeah.
Boom! Good block, Sharpe. Yep, sure was." Skip, I ain't all that, but we're going to get our talking in. We're going to have fun. But ain't nobody Skip, because I know how Mike is. You get out there and start the fighting, Mike going to say, oh, y'all got all that energy. Okay, don't worry about it. After that practice, the scrimmage we had with them, guess what? Mike going to get ass out there. We're going to practice some more. But I ain't got time for all that, Skip. If you got all that fighting, you not practicing hard enough.
Okay. I was shocked by this diatribe, this scathing rejection by Jon Gruden. I did not see this coming. Again, I have been covering this game longer than you played it. I can't tell you how many summer days I have spent on practice fields watching endless camp practices.
Yeah.
Back in the day when there was no limit on them. Where they could just run you in the ground in the
Camp
heat.
like 6-8 weeks.
It was ridiculous. And I go back to Chuck Knox's Rams, who were training down in Fullerton back in the 70s. I would stay down there in the camp dorms to cover them, and then segue to Tom Landry and Jimmy Johnson's Cowboys out in Thousand Oaks, California. I'd stay in the dorms where the players were living. I'd stay there for weeks just living in the dorm. So I would go out to every practice and watch them because they were all open. I cannot even begin to count. I don't have enough fingers to count how many fights I saw because they were usually intramural fights on your own team.
Between teammates, yeah.
Because it just gets so hot out there and it's going on so long and you're doing 2 a days. You're not just doing single practices, you're doing it in the morning and in the afternoon.
And pads.
It was grueling, man, because you'd have to be out there, what time would it start? Like 9-ish maybe?
Yep.
And you'd go 9 to 11 and then you'd take everything back off and you'd take a shower and you'd go to the mess hall and you'd sit and you'd eat lunch and then you'd go and take maybe a quick nap, maybe.
Yep.
Right?
Because we're back on the field at 3.
But because by 2 o'clock, you better be up and ready and go get taped a second time. You got to go get taped a second time to go out in the late day heat, which is worse than the morning
A lot
heat.
of guys kept trying to get that little extra time of sleeping. They would get taped after they showered. They would get taped before they went to eat, so they could so they wouldn't have to get back up and come back and get taped earlier.
Trust me, you know this. It was really hard on the body.
Yeah.
It was endlessly long, and so you're just irritable at best.
Right.
And even if a teammate pushes or shoves you, or it's defense versus offense, and obviously the quarterback is wearing a Target jersey, which is a red color, a yellow color, whatever it was.
It's automatic fight. You hit the quarterback, it's automatic fight.
It's just going to be a fight.
Automatic fight.
Yeah.
If our own team hit the quarterback, if your team hit our quarterback in the joint practice, it's on.
Okay, what did we see the other night in Hard Knocks episode 2? We saw the kid from Ivory Coast. He was getting a little amped up during a practice, and he hit the Cowboys. I forget who it was. DiNucci. He hit DiNucci with his hand as he ran by, and boy, right away, They read him the
That's a
riot act.
no-no.
You cannot do
Don't
that.
even get
Okay,
close
Coach,
to him.
Okay, I got it. Didn't start a fight, but you can't go there.
No.
Okay, so this is a joint practice, and usually when you had any kind of joint practice, which they've had for years because the Raiders used to come to Thousand Oaks to go at it with the Cowboys, and it was fight city. It'd just be every practice would end in a fight. Every coach I've ever known, all the coordinators, all the assistants, and I spent hundreds of hours around all of them, they love this. They would quietly say, that's great, because it was always a good sign that they were in fighting shape.
Yeah.
And it was a good sign.
The intensity is there.
Yes, that they wanted to fight each other. So, we can't wait for opening day because they're going to want to fight the opposition.
Especially, this is when you know you're going to get in a fight, Skip. If the coach turned the tape on and said, son, what is this? What the hell is this? He whipped.
Okay.
So guess what's going to happen tomorrow, Skip?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I can't tell you. I used to do a radio show in Dallas, and I would be out there at camp, and I did an early morning radio show, and I'd get the fighters, whoever, I'd ask the guys who fought to come on. They'd come on and say, well, he did this and he did that, and I kicked his you-know-what.
Right.
And then they sort of kissed and made up. You know,
a lot of times, Skip, we've had, hey, man, I'm tired of practice. Man, I'm tired of practice, too. What you want to do? Let's start it up.
Okay.
So guess what?
Right.
Practice gonna get cut short, Skip, because coach gonna get tired of it, get tired of you fighting like we ain't getting anything done.
Okay, so to your first point, this came across as an irritable coach who realizes that in, what are we up to on John, year 4, he's on a hotter and hotter seat because they need to show some progress.
Yes.
And he just loses it after the camp practice. He ended it and sent his players to the bus.
Right.
And I'm going to read these quotes one more time. That's not good for football. That's not good for anything. So that's the end of that practice session. So he takes credit for, I ended it. And he says they know better because everybody knows better. No, they don't.
No,
they don't. That's
Fighting's been a part of practice.
And he knows that better than
how long
anybody.
they been playing football? 100 plus years.
Yeah.
That's how long fighting's been a part of practice.
And he concludes by saying it's just sickening. Really, it's just stupidity. I'm done with that. It's child's play to me. Child's play?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Nope.
I mean,
guys, they gonna let you get the best of them.
No,
it's already hot. I'm muggy. I'm tired. You shove me for no reason.
I mean, you can argue it's sort of childish psychology that you just fight each other. But after a while, these are grown-ass men, as they say.
Exactly.
And after a while,
and John knows it's going to get, the thing is that, Skip, you're going to talk. You just hope, you know, and if I'm talking and I get the best of you and I'm seeing, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep talking. And you're going to get mad, you're going to push me, and I'm like, okay, but don't worry about it. Because you do know we're going to play, you do know we're going to play you on Saturday.
Okay.
And what are we known for? We the best cutting team in football.
Yep.
I get your ass back Saturday.
Okay.
And I want to hit the, come on, Sharpe, stay off the knees. No. Remember that cheat ish you did the other day in practice? I told you I was going to get you back.
Okay, and I mentioned earlier that kid out of Clemson, second-year kid for the Eagles, in the joint practice, he's yelling at Cam, calling him, you're the check-down king. That's Cam Newton. He's a former MVP. You're calling him the check-down king in front of everybody?
Right.
So Cam, in his media session after the game, he got him back.
Yeah,
He said, I got to shoot. Called him glitter, right? Because he's over there cheerleading, right?
Yeah.
Because he said, he's over there cheerleading. He wasn't playing, he's over there cheerleading, right? Okay.
But that's just with Skip. I mean, come on, Coach Gruden, you know how this works. It ain't no unique. I'm trying to figure. I went to 14 training camps. I've never had a training camp in which there wasn't at least one fight, possibly 3, 4. It is normally, Skip, between the offensive and defensive line. Those are the guys that get it the most because those are the guys that's always hitting. At least DBs, I mean, if you're running a route, you know, the guy, but you block sometimes, the guy gets the best of you, you like shoving, pushing and shoving. Yep. But it's normally the DBs. And especially, the running back come through and coach already said, okay, we ain't taking nobody to the ground, and then somebody do something cheap and forearm the running back to the ground. Yep. Okay, don't worry about it. That's going to start it up.
You just witnessed in those remarks a coach on the edge.
Yes.
A coach who knows what's coming this year. And I think it's a coach who has never bought 100% into Derek Carr, his quarterback. And he knows he's got to overcome that and go forward and show real progress this year.
Well,
right?
they're gonna have to, Skip. They're gonna have to get better defensively. I mean, they got some nice players offensively. Skip, I like Josh Jacobs, a Pro Bowl player. Waller, the tight end, is as good as we have in the league. They got speed at the wide receiver position. I like Hunter Renfrow as a slot receiver. Ruggs can take the top off of it. Hey, all right, Gruden.
Okay.
You got $100 million, bro.
Yep. I'm a fan, but I need to see something this year.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.